Now here we're going to just take a real quick, easy look at something that came up, and it's come up twice with two different customers the last couple of days. So I thought I would cover it for everyone, and that is the little key tag. So we were making some can openers for a couple of customers, and they want this key tag bigger. And now when we select the key tag, it's going to select the entire assembly. But of course, if we alt click on the key tag, then it's just going to select the key tag. Okay. And so when we go to the move tool, then we could just move this out however much we want it to come out. Now, what really should happen here is we should be using a jump ring and then attaching the jump ring to our hardware. But at least in the one case from the gal in Australia, she was not using a jump ring. So she was just using a split ring. And so she needed a bigger hole. But like I said, normally I prefer the look of a jump ring, so the hole doesn't need to be very big at all for the little jump ring to fit in. So anyhow, whatever you decide to do, either get you some jump rings or you can simply alt click on the key tag, go to the move tool, and see how that arrow changes color. When it changes color, then it will only move in that axis. Okay, so likewise here, if we hover over, see how that it would only move in the horizontal axis. And of course, obviously, if we hover over the blue, then it would only move in the z axis. Okay, so anyhow, that's how we make it bigger. So pretty simple stuff, but yeah, we can make that adjustment. So if you need a bigger hole for your hardware, that's the way to do it. Okay. Now this one, I recommended that we print 5 colors, and when we slice this, I could show you. Let's go. Let's see here. Back to. Let's see here. Which one? Which plate are we going to be on here? Let's go back to our prepare tab. This one. That's the one we want to be on right here. So let's go ahead and slice this plate. Plate number 2. But what I wanted to show you was there's a little recess here for the eyeballs to fit in. Okay, so a little 1mm offset. We'll go back to the prepare tab. And for those of you who don't know this little feature, so here are the eyes. I recommended that we print these separately. So there's a little little 1-inch recess for our 2mm eyes to fit into, but I used a specific parameter on these. So if we go into our global settings, did I do it under objects or global? Let's take a look here. I must have went under objects, because see how global is not lit up in orange. Objects is. See how global is not lit up in orange? So it was a global setting I applied to these. Under the quality tab, there is a setting here under precision. It's called contour compensation. So because we have those holes in our model for our eyeballs to sit into, I made my eyeballs slightly smaller, 0.3 of a millimeter, so they'll fit perfectly. And I did the little recess, so when we put our little dab of glue, we could just put our eyeball right in there. We can't move it left or right, top to bottom. It's stuck in that 1mm recess, and so it'll be perfect. What we did do on this one, we eliminated one color, and we just kind of cheated because what we did is we took the brown detail and we just made it green. So that is it on this one. So that should print out just fine for them. So we'll go ahead and resave that and get it off to them. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions or need one-on-one training or some custom files made for you, this is my contact information, so feel free to reach out via email. You can text me. You could even give me a call. I'd be happy to answer questions or give you more details on the one-on-one training we offer, and as well as if you need custom files made until you are up to speed on how to make them yourself, feel free to reach out and we'd be happy to help you with that as well.